No? Yeah, it is working. That's one way to start the stream. Hello there. The audio is on, the mic's plugged in. Hopefully the ads have played by now. Today we're completing the Falcon. Hopefully we should have time. Oh, it was so close. I looked on the desk and I noticed, that shouldn't be there. What is that? Picked it up. That's the other end of the mic. That's the receiver that should be in the computer and it wasn't. Okay, start it off to a really good start. Before we get into it today, I think the ads have played through. Stream is up and running. Lovely to see it and hear it. Lovely to see it and hear it. Hello there. Today we are going to be finishing the Falcon. Yes. And I'm super excited. I went back after last night's stream. I've left it linked in the description if you are looking for it. It's really easy to find. And I had a little look at the Maul alternate build for the throne room. I am so hyped for Maul. I would love for Maul to get their own throne room. Don't know how they'd work it into the storyline with Maul seemingly traveling and being a bit of everywhere at once. But also we were talking about the Mandalorian minifigures, and last night torso and legs dropped for another one of the characters. We got a magazine as well. Jango Fett's getting a tin, pretty decent. Already have a Jango Fett. I don't think there is a reason to pick up another Jango Fett, is there? Hello there, Moonshoes. Is there a mock minifigure that needs a second Jango? I know that torso is real nice for some of the Mando peeps, but we've got like the fleet commanders are cheaper to pick up even than this magazine. They've come in a few books. One of two tins. The tins are nice. I do like the tins. We've got Maul. We've got Maul. Maul is, well, that is a statuette of Maul, but the tin of Maul is just behind my shoulder. I want to get Vader still, and maybe we have to pick up Jango just for the tin, because the tins are pretty difficult to come into, at least in good condition. The Imperial Warlord minifigure, that's the one that leaked yesterday. But yeah, interesting about the Jango Fett tins. That must be in the regular chain of minifigures, mustn't it? I do have a list of the next magazines. So for Star Wars, we got the Clone Pilot. We found that out Monday. The one afterwards is Anakin. And then Maze's Jango Fett. We might have to pick that up. I'm torn. I don't want another Jango Fett. I want a Jango Fett tin. Maybe the tin will be easier to pick up. But I've already got, also, I don't know where my Jango Fett is. Before we get into building the Falcon, we'll get that up in just a second. I lost my Jango Fett, my UCS, Slave One Starfighter, Jango Fett. And I don't know where Jango is. I genuinely have no idea where Jango is. I feel like I've used him in a build and just forgotten about him. He might be in one of the drawers as well, minifigures that I'm yet to sort. Let me have a little look whilst everyone's loading in so they don't miss some of the Falcon. This is my drawer. I've got a few. Actually, I can load this up on screen so we can look through together. This is my drawer of minifigures I still need to sort through. We've got like the Clone Pilot. Might as well keep both of those together. And I have this Mando section here, overrun with Steve's. One nice little officer there. I'm hoping Django's in here. If not, I might have actually lost Django. We got, oh, I could do. Let's see if I can bring up chat onto the screen. Saves there being a blank window. There we go. Hello there. And oh, yes. Yes, here he is. Here he is, Jango Fett in the Mandalorian suit. Not quite the flesh. And I've also rebroken my camera. So now it's auto-focusing again. I really don't know what was going on over the Batman stream. That was confusing and then some. Oh, I've got top chat up. Might have to switch that for live chat. But here's our Jango. The one in the magazine doesn't come with the printed arms, but does come with a tin. Is there any other Mandalorians that need a torso? Like, I've got some of the old Jango, well, not the Jango helmets. Actually, I've got some of the old Death Watch helmets, which don't look too different to this helmet. Instead of the dark blue under the red on either side, they've got a little bit of grey. Light bluish grey, and that continues round to the side as well. We've got side of the helmet printing on the Death Watch Mandos. That's crazy back in the day. Crazy good. I just don't know if I needed another Django. I'd rather pick up the tin, you know, in like a charity shop or something for £1 in 5 years' time. I got nowhere to display the tins. I really want the tin though. If anyone out there wants to pick up the Django Fett magazine just for the figure and doesn't want the tin, I would be interested in picking it up. Same for Vader. Actually, if you've got the Vader tin and are trying to get rid of it and you're in need of a Django Fett, let me know. Drop a comment or something and I'll have to follow that up. But we found Django. Nice one. Django's on top of Yavin right now. Cloud 9. Cloud 4 in that case. But today we are continuing on with our Falcon build. We've got the mini Falcon on the inside. I don't know if we'll have time to, you know, add extra little bits into the middle. But first off, let's get the instructions back up because they take forever to load. Look at that bar. Trotting along, just singing its own song. Anytime now. Don't mind us. We'll just be here waiting. We don't have time to add some details to the Falcon. I'm contemplating doing another stream probably Thursday where we can mix it up live just so we can really nail it. Probably only take us like an hour or so to do it. Maybe not even that because we do have some of the diorama bits. Hopefully I haven't broke down yet. But we're going in the middle. But look how clear the desk is. Look how much space we've got. I'm actually going to move my drink off the table so that we've got even more space for more parts. And I don't drop any Lego in it. It's the last thing I want to be fishing out. Lego bricks from my drink? No, thank you. Lego bricks drunk separately on this channel. All right, 147. Is this the mandibles? No, this is the back engine. So this Technic brick here, which is just down by my side, I don't have to walk back for it, is what's going to support the Smart Brick Rotate. Don't know if we need the rotating feature. I do want to still build it though, because it's quite nice having something that spins. I suppose you could work it with a permanent light and then you've got the on and off switch despite the fact that the light will always be plugged in. So it's fairly nice to have. Necessary? No. No chance, but nice to have. It's a nice optional extra. Grab a ton of these plates. I've just seen we need them a step on, and I assume we're going to need almost double everything here. Don't need the Falcon, just need these little side builds. And then we'll be putting them on the back. Also, how deep does this go? Because we have one stud past them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't need the slopes. We need 1x5s in black. Come on. I've got so many black plates. 1x5 sound like a breeze. Oh, oh. 1x5. Smashed it. Absolutely smashed that. Off to a good start today. Can we keep it up? Regarding the bottom bits, I do think we're going to need some maybe 2x2s on the bottom here. What we could do, because this is pushing through and there's nothing to support the bottom, we've got no sort of support, what I'm going to do is add some 2x2 rounded off tiles. These buttons right here, even if you've not plated down the bottom of the Falcon like we have, might be worth adding them because any pressure put towards the back engines, so far the back engine is just going to fall flat off. Don't know if we'll secure that later. We've not got it secured now. And if you did miss the first part, we have built this one brick deeper, so hopefully all the minifigures can stand up. That's the aim. That's the aim of the game. Ooh, no Technic on this side. Noted. We do need a 1x1 though. Your 1x1 stud in dark bluish grey, running out of these so fast it's scary. Not many of them left. I don't know. There's looking to be a lot on this Falcon. Look at how many 1x1s there are. I won't be nicking them. We can't. Let's not do that. But I do have a few of them bagged up just over here. I think there's like 2 or 3 of them when I checked. We got a few of those Falcons still to build. I hope that went through the mic. How many bricks was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 1x1s. All right, I've got my eye on you now. And was it grey? Yeah, dark bluish grey. Why do I have no dark bluish grey bricks? Are they all used? We could fit some Technic in there. I got a ton of dark bluish grey Technic. Why no regular bricks? What have we built? I don't think we built anything dark, unless it's like an old modular, or we've used a few in some of the UCS builds. I guess we got the old 8080 as well that I still haven't fully broken down. But these all do the job. A few holy bricks in there. I'm sure your Falcon's safe in our hands here. That's where the hollow chest table goes. Right smack bang in the middle. Not to the edge. And just 3 chairs. Like it's a coffee table, eh? Oh. Oh, that's why we don't have this in. Huh. Okay. This is definitely stronger using that big element. We've got a few of them in here. Oh, if we're placing something down, yeah, we don't want this plate popping off. So this one's kind of needed. We can't be building this one out. One Technic. Hold on, before I put this away, what's the length of the axle that we need? No, don't be building this in. What length of the axle? Because that's going to slip out. If that can rotate, that's a plate hanging there, and that can slip out real quick. Okay, yes, you've locked it. I mean, you're locking in the bricks, but you're not locking in the Technic. Even now, Technic's not locked in. You're plating it up. Okay, nice windows. That's beautiful. No, where's the length of axle? What? We're leaving it floating. Again, it's similar to what I said with this. You got to trust the process. Hello there, Green Paradox. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? Hopefully you've had a good day. Same with this mechanism down here, which originally makes the Falcon shoot. We removed it to get the old cockpit in the front. But you got to trust the process, and Lego are asking us to trust them again. Awesome. Hello there, Great Snow Blizzard. Welcome. If you want to get a stud, just like that golden one next to your name, be sure to check out the memberships. You can join them somewhere on your screen. Yeah, it sags a little bit, so we need something to pull it back. Maybe that's what the 1x4 slope is doing here, or the 1, 2, 3, 4 1x4 slope. Yeah. Huh. All right, I'm going to trust in Lego for this. Snowy. Oh, is it snowing? It is so windy here. I mean, it might be snowing here. You wouldn't know. The wind's picked it up and taken it away. So windy. I think we're preparing for rain at any moment now. So that's going to be fun. It is. Actually, I say that sarcastically. Normally rain isn't that fun when it's heavy and overnight, but sometimes building Lego with the ambience of the rain outside is it's quite a nice feeling. It is quite nice. So I take that back. I'm not going to hope for it to rain. I don't think I ever wish for it to rain, but making the most of the rain. We're all about that here. And then middle brackets. I didn't order. Oh, I didn't order those middle brackets. I was not for this build. I was meant to order a ton of those new brackets. Not this. These brackets, step 160. I was meant to order just a load of them. Do I even have a cart with them in? Are they in a cart? No, they're not even in a cart. What was I doing? They're well stocked, aren't they? I've got the opposite end of them. Oh, that's probably why. Because they're like 40, 50 pence, especially for all the carts I've got, they're like £1. They're 40, 50 pence per, and they were in one of the cheaper sets. They were in that little smart car. Are they? Yeah, the little EV has 4 of them. So if I'm going to spend like £1 on that, I might as well pick up the set. That's like 4 or 5 quid. Phoenix rarely sees snow. That's awesome. Oh, no, we're saying hello to snow. Oh, I see. I thought you had a rare occurrence of snow. I get it. Rained for a bit yesterday. So that might be what we've got, but I'm not sure that's the way the world is shaped. So maybe not. Reminder, order a ton of those. Got it. Managed to find 80% of the parts for the cargo plane and about half for the Separatist shuttle. That's not bad. Hopefully you got a load of the rarer parts. Let me just add a few of these. I don't know which. Oh, you know what? Any color? Yeah, we'll look at that later. I do need to get so many of the newer brackets. What did we have in the middle here? Was it a 1x1 brick? And then they fill in the middle with windows. I love that. Because now you've got the blue light shining through onto blue tiles. That's really nice. And then that's where the bracket would go. So we'll just double plate that up and hope we got enough space for some bricks on top. Which we do. We can put a panel there. Awesome. And then a 1x8 behind it to secure all of these on the windows. Beautiful. Love that. Just need to get a ton of the plates out. So that we will do in light bluish grey and tan. Handy, they're both in the same drawer. I don't really have a specific organization thing for the colors, and I need to get red, blue, yellow, green in one drawer, maybe tans, maybe whites, and move these greys, maybe move the greys and whites to the other drawer, because they're used a lot more. They're drawers that can stay out, and then these can be put away. The colors can be put away. Now on a case-by-case basis, I want to add black 1x1s on the bottom there. Maybe a 1x1 brick. Feed that hunger. Because they use bluish grey. Well, that don't look too bad because it's stepped down and we're filling in the gap. But it does feel like we should be continuing that on rather than just plating it out. And then we can get away with a black 1x2 or a tan. Oh, it's tan. With a tan 1x2. Snow's supposed to be coming back for us. Like Jon Snow. Oh, the return of Jon Snow. Managed, oh yes, to find the part. So there was something I wanted to part out. And I've forgotten about it already. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a corner and a 3? A 1x3 and a corner? Well, that would be perfect. If not, a 1x4 and a 2. And that will get the bracket over the top. And keep the tan colouring. And then nothing. Oh, slopes in the middle. Slopes in the middle and they catch on to those tiles. Yeah. It's not very smooth. It's also catching on that Technic brick. I thought Technic bricks were meant to have a little indent. Oh no, this 1x1 was rounded. There we go. Some slopes. Instead of a 1x4, we need a 1x3. Here's some I made earlier. Only saw snow once last year in South Wales. Ooh, we saw, I don't remember what time that was. I'm not going to think too hard or my head will explode. But we saw snow just probably a couple minutes, probably like half an hour of snow late last year. Or was it January? Late last year or January. Always a surprise. It's never consistent, so it'll just pop up one moment and be gone the next. Makes me laugh. Wish it stuck around for a little bit. It's not even enough to make snowmen. You barely call it snow. And then placing this down is going to put stress on, like, I can try and hold it, but there's no way I can support this back bit, so it is going to stress out this blue pin. I wish they would have secured that, just from a I want it to go well point of view. I wish they would have secured that down first, but sometimes it is what it is. Let's get the brackets, the windows, and a 1x8, which I thought I had out, because I know we're using a lot of them. But I guess I just got these black ones here, so squeeze you in there. Come on. Come on. Oh, they're all falling over. That will do. Instead of the 2x8, we'll get a 1x8 across the back, 2 brackets on the front. These brackets will act the exact same as the brackets that LEGO have used. They're just the older ones. We've shimmied them up 2 plates. And then windows with a 1x4. Not going to be as connected as that 2x8, but with the 1x2s going across, it's going to be just as secure. Going to be just as secure. Only saw snow once. There's a snowman already built from the morning, so managed to get a picture with it. Awesome. I love building snowmen, and then I'll grab like one of my tops, a hat, maybe a jacket, a scarf, and clove it up. That's always fun to do. 1x1's on top. And is this a what? These are 2 1x4s. Yeah, we're doubling it up. What's clip? Wait, is that for the roof? That's for the roof, isn't it? It's a different connection to the last one. You fooled us again. That's the Technic we need, and 2 4-length bars. It's funny how just opening the front of the drawer, I'll know if it's the right drawer or not. I'm picking it up. Eventually I won't have to go to the wrong drawer. I'll just know instantly. I'll be able to close my eyes, turn around, hold my hand out, and they just all fall into place. The reason it's so interesting, LEGO have gone with this connection over the Technic pins. Hello there, Bevel! Put your uni beanie from Open Day on top of it. Awesome. I wish when I was working in retail, you get like the freezer jacket. I wish I would have got a picture of a snowman with that on. That would have been funny, because it was like fleece lined and everything. The irony. We got the Technic pins with the friction ridges, which I suppose isn't much different from those ones, but the clip and bar, I don't know if I trust this enough to hold the top on. I suppose it doesn't need to hold it up. It just needs to hold it down and catch it when it's flipped over. But I still wouldn't put a lot of trust in this. I think I'd have to question it. And then 2 of these, but one of them on either side. So we don't want to mimic it. Not with this plate on top. And then we've got the clips around the outside as well. I don't know what these inner bits are for. Unless this is just a separate... Oh no, this is holding on these clips. And then this is continuing the engine. That's so we don't have to build it out. We still haven't gone and got the windows. I should probably do that. We'll build this one first, and then we'll get them in a minute. Always putting off what I should have done first. Best way to go through instructions. I think I was like this when I was younger as well. Going through the official LEGO instructions. I'd always skip a few ahead to see if I was right about something, and then go back, try and build it. And it's why I end up with so many spare parts. So when we're building some of these, I'll have put things in the complete wrong place. Which tub's the window one? Be lucky if it was the top one. It is! Oh, nice. Is it the top one though? Or is this just one of the windows? Bit of thread in there. We need 2 blue. 2 of these. I ordered, I ordered so many. I mean, I ordered hundreds. When you look at what I was going to build, it's not enough. But I ordered hundreds of these to make like a modular Daily Bugle, just a little 16 wired one on the front, maybe fill in the side, and I have a load of Spider-Man references throughout. And I never went forward with it, but given the new Spider-Man coming out and how the last one finished with, you know, J. Jonah Jameson popping up, well, not how it finished, how it started with J. Jonah Jameson popping up. If the Daily Bugle shows up in the new Spider-Man, I'm gonna have to revisit it and build a bugle of my own. What a fun project that would be. These are odd, which is odd, because then I have 1x6s, unless there are 4s at the bottom. Nope, still got 6. Oh, there are some 4s. Awesome. So this window is where the light's going to come out for the engine. And look at that. The only thing is, does the engine not light up then? When the smart brick is on its side, I suppose it minimizes it. Then you rotate it around and the lights really shine through. But surely if it's lighting up like that, it's probably brighter. And then we're going to have so many plates and tiles that it's dull enough that you don't see it. Otherwise, I'd assume it lights up non-stop. Also, maybe the smart brick doesn't light up until it's on the side. That can be built in. So all the plate needs to tell them. And then these connectors, which I'm not sure I'm going to trust. I'd want to slope over the bottom as well, because this middle bit popping off is going to cause issues for it. Ooh. In Lego we trust. And then this is all secured down, so these slopes will hold down this Technic mechanism. That's cool. That's past it. That's past the Mouldie test. Don't know why we didn't do more to the side and just slope it off. Only light bluish grey, black, white, red, dark red, blue. No dark bluish grey. Suit yourself. Light bluish grey it is. Cross all of them. You're not going to get more secure than that. And then slopes on top. Maybe that's for the roof. Oh. Oh. Okay. I wasn't expecting this grey underneath here. Is that more space for the floor? We don't have that corner. We got a 2x2 that needs to be cut out. This would be a nice another bed, maybe a bed either side. This is usually where Lego will hide the beds, in the corners of the Falcon, where they can't get too much, so they'll angle them just off, or they'll square them off, but it's easy to angle the way they clip them down. Oh, we could get another bed up here. That's about a 2x6. That's almost perfect for a bed, dependent where that side comes in, but we can build this out of that side. We can get rid of that tile on the end. So I'm going to leave that clear right now, probably tile off a few of these bottom bits or try and get a wedge that fits. But I like that. I like that. Can't forget our 2 cheese slopes. Gotta be cheese. For building this out, not breaking this out, what is this? 1, 2, 3, it's a 5x5 corner. There are ways you can make that as smooth as, but with the limited studs that we've got, I'm thinking using a 4x4 on the side, we leave a little gap, and then a 2x4. 2x4 looks good. Or I think we need another stud, don't we? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5x5 wedge. But a 4x4. Am I going crazy? Why is it 5x5 if we can fit a 4x4 in there? Oh, because we can't. I'm trying to fit 2x4s. We need a 1x4. That's why. I'll go through what I was originally going to do, which is whack that there. Whack a 2x4 there, but now we've got 3 studs, and that's not where it's meant to be. It's meant to be 1 over, and that's the gap that we're leaving, but not the end of the world. It'll be covered by a bed anyway. And this jumper seems to be to secure it. So for now, we'll just add, oh, I quite like that 1x3. That goes across here, sticks out too, yeah. Where are those 1x3s at? Yep. That'll hold it together. Maybe something similar on the other side, and I'll swap that out for a tile that can support the bed. If it can support the bed. That's wishful thinking. Now these screens, 2x4, and we're doubling this, 1 on each side. We're doubling this, right? Right. Oh, we're literally, no. We're not, oh, we can't double it because we do need a gap out that side. Okay, that's all right. We got the space for this. We can still mimic it. And that's the rod that we wanted to know how tall it would be. They've spaced it out really well with this. Ooh. What if they used, no, I got nothing for how we can make that easier. Right, let's build as we go. So we're not missing anything out. Oh, 1 further forward. Let's get our 2x2s back out. 2x2s, we need some clips. We don't need bars though, but we're gonna need these on both sides. Might as well grab a tub. You look like you've got a load of greys in you. And then trans blue tiles. You'll do, you've got them all. And 2x3s with a clip. Ooh, 2x3s with a clip. Yep, totally know where they are, I think. And it's not this drawer. I just had to check. Not this drawer, but I knew that. We all knew that, didn't we, chat? Not that one. Oh, probably in the clips. It probably is in here somewhere. Or it's in one of these niche tubs as well. Because I don't think we've had enough for a tub. I think they're in a bag, which really limits them to these 2 drawers down here. But this is pure plates and taps. And underneath, no, we got like ladders, and this is where I would put them today. But I didn't sort these out today, so I guess they're not in there. No, they're around. I said yesterday that I got these specific clips, the trans blue ones from the Malibu Mansion. They're Tony Stark's computer in that set. So they're here all right. Unless I've mixed them with plates. Maybe I have combined them. Maybe they do have a drawer. Oh. Oh, nope. They're accessories, they're tiles, they're plates and tiles, they're Technic. Nope. Could check that again. Nope, not in there. Could be in one of these. Not likely. Oh, hold on, more bags. Oh yeah, this is where I've been finding all the other lost parts. And no. I'll have a think on that. See if I can remember where I've put them. If not, I might have to find them afterwards. Kind of important for the clips, but that's all right. We'll make it work. And this is mimicked on both sides. So whilst we're here, we might as well build the second one. Where could they be? Those sort of clip elements. They're fragile. So I've probably put them away somewhere where I can't get to them for mocks. And forgotten where that is. Slope. They could be in the other one of these. Oh, I have to check that. And then a can slope. There's 2. Ooh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Now, these next elements. Oh, I don't think I got these. They got the studs. Do they not have studs on both sides? They only have studs on one side. That's pretty cool. We could frying pan stud it. I want to find an easier way because that bar in the middle looks like it's going to hold the double clips. You could do it with a pneumatic T, but that would require 2 plates of height. So frying pan studs would work for either end. You can connect them with a Technic connector possibly. That'd be the easiest for getting the beam through it on the other side. You could also just plate these out. Simple as that. But what's the easiest way of doing this without overcomplicating it? Because there's not many pieces that will clip on. I think this element, this modified bar on the 1x2 will clip off center, but I don't know if that stud would be centered. Hello? Hello? Okay. Computer said no, that's not going to work. I think it actually will work. I do think it will work. And it will also clip on the other side. So I might swap that out because we can also strengthen the... We can still use the frying pan studs, especially for the other side, but we can also strengthen the connection using these. So I'm going to grab the entire thing out. All right, sleeves rolled up. What's wrong with you? What are you doing? Oh, you are charged up. All right. Let me know in chat if you've got your phone near you, whose phone is higher than 68%? Because this camera, 68% and it's playing up. What are you on? I think it just crashed. Yeah, all is good. All right, 68%. I haven't charged it in days. And it's like magic. I thought it died. Always something. Well, there's always 2 things. Whenever something needs charging, you can bet your bottom dollar that there'll be another device that needs charging, and I tend to only keep 1 charger on the desk. Got the piece from the most recent Indiana Jones plane chase set. Used for the window screen for the car. I quite like it. Let's have a look what else it's been used for. From the Falcon, not the Flacon. Normally I mistype it. I assume it's one of the more expensive pieces because of the odd mold, and it's not big enough to be too cheap. Although saying that, look at that, 187. You could pie it out for cheaper than that. Sorting by default did us dirty. We should have sorted by high to low. It's going to be it's going to be at the bottom because no one's looking at it. We scrolled past it for sure. No, we don't want the name. We want the price. But I don't think it's going to be one of the more expensive. No, 13 pence ain't bad. Come in 7 sets. There you go. That's the plain set. It came as, yeah, the front, the windscreen. 68 exact. And I'm not using your phone to stream. Just so that's cleared up. For 40%. Okay, not bad. Not many criticals. That's a good use. And also Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime, where? Oh, we're never going to find that. Maybe that's for some sort of conversion. The tow truck, I'd assume it's for some like barrier. Those cones look good. Need a stripe around them though, but they're good. And then roof rack, smart, very smart. And Hogwarts as well. Oh, Hogwarts, no doubt, for the hospital stands at the end. If you could fit like a 2x anything on the inside, that would work. But you can also get these plates side by side, minifigure display. Only charge your phone once every 2 days. I've noticed that since, and this year I haven't been into shorts, haven't been watching shorts, whereas last year I spent most of the time on my phone scrolling shorts, and it kills your battery so quickly. So I cut out shorts this year, and since then my phone I've only had to charge it. I do record videos for it a lot when we're out and about, or clips for certain things, but even then I only have to charge it every couple of days, maybe twice weekly, or we'll say 10 times a month. We'll say every like 3 days I have to charge it, which I think is good, especially given some phones, they'll just take forever to charge. We want a bed on here as well, so I don't want to overcrowd it. This is going to be handy for sticking the bed in. Oh yeah, we need the clip. Well, we can put this side in, and then wait, when do we do this middle bit? This is the problem. I've missed it. Oh, let's go back and fill that in then. I swear we haven't done that yet. I must have been talking about batteries. Phone distracted me for that. I genuinely don't remember it at all. And with these clips, well, first off, I'm thinking of removing this because we probably don't need this slope. That's to push against that and stop it going in. Oh, if it's to push against that, maybe we could keep it. But I'm also wondering if we can just do away with the 2x4 plates and go straight to tiles, not plates. Smooth it off. I don't mind the 2x4s. I actually like it because if you're picking up this set, you can swap them out for 1x4s, which I got off the Pick and Build, or the Pick and Build in stores years ago. Which phone do I use? You use a Samsung A15. I used to run with the A12 when that came out, and then I upgraded for an A50, an A55. I think I've got an A55. But the Samsung line is cool. A is awesome. The reason I upgraded to a 50 series is because they could run 60 frames. And spoiler alert for some of my old videos, especially in Lego stores where people are, you know, hustling around and there's a lot of movement, I tend to slow down my footage to not normally 50% speed, but like 75% speed, so that you get a longer look at some of them. And yeah, recording in 60 frames, you can slow it down to 50% speed and double your footage, which is nice. It's nice to get out of the Lego store twice as fast. I don't know if leaving this gap is going to hinder the process. So I might grab some of these 2x plates and just line the top and bottom. Well, I guess if I'm lining the top and the bottom, I might as well use a 2x4 translucent plate. But if you don't have one, grab a bunch of 1x2s, that will do the trick. Oh, I think that one was a different colour to this. A54. Yeah, the 50 series are quite nice. And I've also found, after Samsung increased their prices, the difference between the 10s, I think they did 30s for a while, I don't know if they're still going on, and the 50s has shrunk. There's not too much of a difference whatsoever. And that is nicer when you're looking at some of the more expensive phones. It's easier then to pick up. Instead of putting this down here, what if we had a slope that was up here, or like a bed? I suppose the bed would eliminate our need for any of that. If we had, oh, I'm looking and I'm thinking some sort of corner wedge back here would also work. I mean, once this is clipped on, there's no real way this middle will flex. It's just to support the clips and stop them from snapping. Maybe on this side, right in the corner, if we had maybe a snot brick or something coming up the front here, we'll work on a bed for that. But same on the other side, and I'm gonna remove this right away, but we want a middle so that, or a hole in the middle. Everything has a middle. We want a hole in the middle so that we can get the axle through. Also, we need to plate this up. We're missing a 1x2 in tan. Is it light tan or dark tan? Dark tan. 1x2 in dark tan. Here we are. I think the A15 is part of the budget line. Yes. Yeah, they were cool because I never really use my phone. I mean, I definitely don't use it for what most people use it for. The main thing is just checking uploads and that, because if I want to talk to someone, usually I'll have a conversation. I'm in quite a nice position where I live close to most people I'll end up talking to. Ooh, this is quite good. With the 2x2s, maybe even a 2x3 because we've got that 1x4 in there. But I know for a lot of people that work in, phones are a part of what they do. So they need it to do a little bit more. And I do, if you've got the money and you need it, I recommend the A50 series from Samsung. But the flagship phones, unless you've got the money to throw, which let's face it, you're here watching me build Lego, you probably like Lego. We don't have the money for flagship phones. I'd recommend sticking with some of the basics. They do just as well. What is this? Oh, it's a stopper. Interesting stopper. But I guess it will stop it going to... It stops it. Yeah, it's a stopper. Of course it stops it. If the stopper didn't stop it, then there's no stopping it. You've just got an engine that 360s. Just like the Falcon about to take off. And then 4x4 wedge. Didn't I get another one of these out earlier? Might have forgot that the Falcon was built this way. And then a 2x3. Yeah, 2x3. What do they have? Black? Black 2x3. That will secure the lot of them. I might mimic this on the other side, but I do like the idea of having a bed, because that's across the room as well. But we got the computer there, the stool. Would a bed look out of place? What was the bed? 2 1x2s in light tan. And then I really wish there was like a middle ground here that we could put them on. That would make it so much easier. Although we could have some snot bricks with some feet. Especially with a rounded off. My favourite element. That's not the snot brick draw. Especially with 2 of these and 2 regular snot bricks. Say regular. They don't have to be in tan because one of them's covered, right? So grey it shall be. One could be in tan for the foot. We'll keep it in tan, in grey for now, not in tan. Then they'll hold the feet. We need some 1x4s or 1x6 tile. I don't want to make it too thick, but I might just have to bulk up the base. And then what if we used a tan 1x4? Welcome back. Hello there. This will bulk out the chair. Maybe we should go with some tan snot bricks. Maybe, oh, well these aren't snot bricks. Oh, I put them back. Where did I put them? Down here. Okay, so the missing snot bricks. What if we just connect one side down? Because we can hide one of these round ones underneath the slope for the top. Then get the 2 studs to hold someone and just tile off the base. Does it fit? No. It might fit with this told off instead of the way it is, and we'd also, yeah, that might fit really well. Get this slope out of here. Easy does it. Let's not break a tile. Yes, I remember the Jango Fett Starship. It came today and you finished bag 3. Awesome. Look at that for delivery and for building. Nice and quick. It is a really good model. It's going to look so good on display. And also, how much is that set running now? Because Jango coming in the next magazine, especially if you're in the States. Now, look, I appreciate Brickhead's Toys. They do provide the magazine, but for Jango specifically, if you've been looking at the Starship, the Starfighter, then it might be worth buying the ship. If not, you can get yourself a nice tin. Oh, you know what? I haven't put Lego. That would help. In the UK, it's about £45. All right, so it's 25% off. That's pretty decent. Nothing special. Jango's magazine is still going to be a lot better. But yeah, if you've been looking at it, maybe now's the time to pull the trigger. Or this May at least. Maybe not right now. Don't rush into anything. But come May, that would be a hearty purchase. That help you towards a gift with purchase. It's what, about just under halfway there. That and a big set would do it. Which is nuts. That's crazy that it doesn't go all the way. That and a big set would help you to get the gift with purchase. I remember back in the day, that would have got you a gift with purchase and then some. The bed fits barely, but it fits. Now we've just got to secure it down rather than tiling off the backside, because we've got this in, this nipple tile as the foot. This is what's going to clip it down. We need something else to secure it, and that something has to be a plate. So we can have a 2x3 right at the front in black. That will mimic the other side. Maybe the same on the other. 2x3 there. Maybe a 2x3 here as well. And then that will secure it in. It will also stop this from being pushed in. Oh, look at that. What a great place for a bed as well. Snazzy. Anyway. Don't need you, and you might need all but you. We'll keep you out, just in case. Lego has revealed this year's gift with Has Lego revealed this year's gift with purchase yet? We know the smaller one is that Razor Crest polybag. Is the Razor Crest polybag that we've been seeing. The rumor is the big build this year is going to be a Darksaber. That's the rumor. Because of Mando, I think that makes sense. We've already seen Vader's saber, Luke's saber's Yoda saber. The Darksaber would be a pretty cool build with how squarey it is, but we haven't had anything official. Not yet. We're still waiting on it. Do we go blue? Do we add a random bit of blue in here? Or do we hide it with some dark bluish grey? Yeah, that's more like it. Maybe get a tile in there. Secure it down a little bit, or we could slope off this side. If we had a 1x2, which, oh no, we'd have to slope it down over the side. Yeah, so we'd need a slope. Shame there isn't a double tile on top. That'll be all right, unless we only needed the one gap. And then, how long was this axle? 5? Say no more. What I'm interested with a gift with purchase is what the other one's going to be. We always get a poly bag. Recently we've been getting a build. That's not always been the case, but I've been enjoying those. And then in the middle, there's usually some sort of collectible. I think they've been making it exclusive to the UCS. We had the key ring. Where's Django's key rings back here? Let's see if I can reach through. Oh, there it is. So with the Django Slave 1 UCS set, we got this key ring with Django's coin. And it's actually really fun to play with. It's metal, top quality. Is it worth picking out day one? I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of these old coins, not the Django one. This one I haven't seen. But I have seen like the Death Star one just in charity shops for $5. And I've been meaning to pick up a few of them. Also in a few secondhand stores, I think we've seen them as well. But even the buildable gift with purchase, I cannot believe that the Lego Clone Cadets is still, I think it's selling for more than retail. Okay, let's not be silly here, but it's not fetching as much as I think it's worth. Not to me. It's worth a bit more to me. Bought it $34 cheaper, according to the Lego store. Result. Let's give me the link, but the website's only available. Yeah, that's all right. I've already built it, already got the UCS one, but I will be keeping an eye out for any sales. It's the sort of set that I don't think I'd pick up if it was online, like Amazon or something. But if I bumped into it in store and it was not on clearance, but if it had a hearty sale, I'd probably be tempted to pick it up and grab one of them. Because some great figures in that. Kind of like the V19 was at Christmas. I found that on a really good deal and ended up picking that up. And I think it's same price. 60 quid across the board for the V19, that and the U-Wing. So we know this year, any £60 sets, chances are they'll be £45 within the month, the rate Lego's going. If not, by the next month. Kind of handy for some of the summer sets. I don't know how many people are building Lego over the summer, but it might be worth putting a bit of that, you know, pocket money away, waiting for everyone to go back to school, and when the kids aren't buying Lego, that's when we swoop in. When we swoop in and pick it up, even if you are going back to school or back to work, maybe picking some up. Not a bad idea to wait it out a little bit. We can get our slope in there. Slope and a stud in tan. Yes, dark tan. Do I have a dark tan stud? Oh, I did clear my tray so we can pour them out again. In the hunt for a dark tan stud. Where do we start? I don't think I've seen a dark tan stud. Well, not that I've noticed. I've probably got a few in my collection, but not the most common. So we're going to go with gold. It's the rich man's dark tan. Oh. Sells the Starship $5 cheaper than the Lego store. It's not bad. I mean, that's probably what you get back in Lego points, is it? Oh, here we go. This is the tricky one. Because, oh no, it's not. Because we've got a 1x4. Oh, okay. We've got some of these 1x3s. These are new on the pad wall. Yes, let's use them. Because I've still got so many of them in the drawer, despite how many we've used. Oh, we only need 2 because we've already done the other side. Have we got our light bluish grey tiles? No, we do not yet. Some frying pan studs. And a 1x4 that's already out. One of these. Look at that. We can brick build this. Little bit of imagination, a little bit of creativity. You can brick build anything. Not done your homework, you can brick build it. Makes no sense. I think a lot of stores have smaller sales so that they can get people in the door and then hope that they buy a few other sets. Right. So the axle, the axle is on the lower side. It's not central in here. So it's important we get the bars on the bottom, which is why I got these frying pan studs, because we've got the studs coming over the top, but on the bottom, we're gonna need that little bar to fill in that gap. We might not have the bars going along the top. We could have some sort of bars going along the top, perhaps. I'm also very curious as to whether we should connect these bar elements at all. But if they're clipped in the other side, like this is going to make this all solid. Yeah, I suppose there's no real reason to. That works just as good. If we need some bar elements, we can go back, swap out these clips. What we need is a 1x plate that has a 2-wired bar. That would be so extra, but that's the only other element I can think of that we can use to fill that. And I might add the slope in here because we do have the plate sticking up. Is that not quite as far as we need them? No, we need a jumper in there. Ooh. Okay. What about a plate on the bottom of this slope? This 1x1 we've been clinging onto. What about that? No, that feels too much. So we'll switch it. We'll switch sides. We just need to find the other clips really. And then, oh no, that's going to pop off the side. All right. We clip the other one in because it's on the bed. This, hold on a second. Switch the angle. Switch the angle. Perfect. Knew there's a way. Switch the angle. The slope holds onto that wall, hugs it nice and tight. We just need to not forget about the slope down here. Not a red one. I think I'll go light grey. So it camouflages in. All these dark greys here. What do we got? More dark grey. Give us a light. Thank you. It is funny seeing some of the deals that Lego have as well, because some of the sets on clearance are really good price, like Brickheads, 50% off. They've had the Red Panda on there from, it might have been called Red Panda, from that Disney movie forever, since Christmas at least, and they just can't get rid of it. But some of the sets will have like £1-2 off on clearance, and it'll be like this £35 there, and it will just be doing nothing for the set. At that point, is there even a reason for it to have that sort of sale? 1x3. They could have used the same. I mean, now past me would have complained if they used the same Technic connector, because we could have got another piece in there, but they could have used the same Technic connector. It's just the one without the hole in. The one they use for the plants. What was it? Dark bluish grey. Yeah, I'll use another one of those. Make it easier when we eventually part it out. And then 2 Technic connectors. I'm going to swap them out for black ones, because if we're using a black gear on the end, you won't see any red from the outside. And I do think that that improves these new sets. Oh wait, oh no, we don't. We don't have an axle on it. You could even add a little something in there. Maybe a little blue on this bottom side, so that when it turns, it looks like another little engine's going. Or add, oh, how far can we go with this? What if we add a little lever in that? Say something like this, and instead of having that to turn, what do I prefer? Do I prefer the other handles they've done, or a little gear? I think a gear is harder. It's harder to fix. whereas that's quite nice. What do I think about the visible skin under Jango Fett's minifigure helmet, and do I have a solution? I was working on a solution for Din. Oh, Jango's on the top. Yeah, Din's similar, especially at the back. I think Lego should create, like they've done with Darth Vader, a neck bracket. They should create a neck bracket that just works for all minifigures. It's just the neck bracket. It covers the bottom. It works for like a mask that's pulled down as well, just to satisfy, and release it in, you know, a few sets and then don't worry about it. Just to satisfy everyone that does want to cover the bottom, because I've always looked down on my figures quite literally, so I've never really noticed it. Maybe if I had paid attention on display, I'd notice it a bit more. But I always tend to switch them out for blackheads if they don't have, especially Din. Din rarely takes his helmet off. It's nice to get a head for season 2. But if he doesn't take the mask off in the new one, which, spoiler alert, we've seen it in the trailer, maybe switching out for a black head. Otherwise, yeah, any Lego element that has a neck bracket, you could just cut the element off and use the neck bracket. I might have to look into 3D printing those and seeing if they're compatible with minifigures. Maybe place a fully black head inside the set, or even better, yeah, we can switch it out. If we can switch the heads, we can switch the heads. I like that one. Or even better, they give us black heads with faces on them, so we get balaclava heads, because most of the people in the suit are wearing balaclavas. I don't know why they didn't make that so with Din removing his helmet. I suppose we don't really see that with clones either, but it would be funny if we got exclusive balaclava heads in the sets as well. And then and higher price sets as well. Maybe Microfighters blank heads, cut the costs. And then the other sets will have some special element like that. You know what? I do like this. I'm gonna switch this out for just a dead end connector, because we can get a little pin, just a little one, hidden in the side here. Maybe even a black Technic pin on the end of that. Rather than having this decently sized, it's not big, but it's a decently sized gear out the back. It's a cool way to hide this in plain sight. You could either use one of the ball joint elements, or what I'm gonna do is add a little, same as we've done on the front, same with this connection, add one of those to the front in light grey, dark grey, probably light grey, so that it looks like it's greebled and not just one solid colour. Oh yes, and a light grey pin, because it doesn't matter if it turns. And this will still be able to turn the engine on and off, especially if you've got that piece behind there. No worry of its fragility. Awkward for big hands, I have to say. Very awkward to try and get it in there. But you can, with one finger, turn it on and off. There we go. What's it catching? Oh, because I'm bending it. Could help to have something securing this piece, maybe. Maybe. But other than that, it's solid. That's pretty cool. We've managed to hide that in there. Oh, forgot that came out. Definitely turning that into some sort of gunner's turret or chair. Black heads with faces are not a good idea. They should put fully black heads and a normal skin head. I think we have the balaclava head as well as a regular skin head, just to be a little extra. That way we've got, I think, balaclava heads. For Star Wars, they're not useful. We don't get many balaclava headed people. We just get regular heads underneath, so that would be better for customs. And we'd have to then improve the printing on black heads. So I'm asking a lot from Lego. Same on both sides, maybe? Or is it a little different on the left because of the cockpit? Might be a tat, because we've got the three. No, it's the exact same. It's the exact same. So let me grab one of the left hands. We used to have the blackheads on the old TIE Pilot, and I think that was pretty cool. But because the printing wasn't as good as Lego wanted, they dropped that pretty quickly. So it'd probably be a similar sitch to that. They'd do it once and then just give us blackheads. But they're not too hard to come by. For Mando, you can swap them out and even have it like a CMF. It is like a CMF. Get the head and the hair, and then you've got the black head with a helmet. I don't think they should print Mando's helmet on a minifigure head. I think that would look weird. It works for Spider-Man, not for Mando. Oh, that would be weird. A Mando head. Unless Mando's got a hood on at any point. I never want to see that. Oh. I tried to erase that from my mind. That's it. I'm going to be thinking about that now. I like the balaclava heads from the 2012 to 13. I think they're cool. I like them for like Gambit as well. Minifigures that could use a balaclava. Where did all these other ones come from? Or go to, I should say. Where did my 1x5s go? That'll be alright. Key parts out, and the tiles, the tan's visible from underneath. That blue 1x4, no chance am I using a blue 1x4. I've only got these 2 tubs of blue. Use grey or something. Because we've got another tub of them, and we've got 2 tubs here. 4 in it. And then that's... Nope, on the inside. Just like so. Oh, I do like the fact that now we have... I do like the fact that we have more variety of heads. I still think they should randomize it in sets. We just get some random heads and you never know what you're gonna get. There's that legal problem of gambling in a Lego set, which means Lego are never likely to do it. But that would be pretty fun to have. Maybe what I should do is every time we get a trooper, I'll just replace their head with a random head from my parts. And that satisfies everything. That would work. Every time we get an Imperial that can have a random head, that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. And then I can also put the new head in the selection for next time. The little potluck, although I'm going to have to sort out all those angry clone faces and angry trooper faces. Because right now the pot's full mostly of those. From my years collecting. That was back like early 2010s. Looks like swimmers when you take the helmet off. But it's fire when the helmet's on. It is cool. When the helmet's on, having that black neck, especially someone like Mando or any of the Mandalorians that are darker suits, the Stormtroopers get away with it more, and they don't get away with it. But they get away with it more because they've got white suits on, so the lighter face tones you don't notice. But the Mandalorians are all dark and broody armor. So as soon as you peer at the back, it's mainly the back where the helmet rises, you just see that fleshy bit pull through. It is distracting. It is a little distracting. How are we going to go about the sides? Are we going to not brick them? Are we going to angle? Are we going to use some more of those clips and angle the plates as we go along? One job. I placed it one too close. Dark red 1x3 tile as well, just for the front here. Dark red is in the tiles that I put away. Also, oh no, plates. I thought I had the other tiles out. Oh, there we go. Oh, I dropped it. Oh no, I've lost it. Oh no, where is it? There we go. Uno, dos. Might need more of those. We like getting random heads if it comes at the cost for other figures, such as the UCS Death Star. Ooh. Yeah, good point. With like UCS sets, you want to know what you're getting. Maybe battle packs. Battle packs would be cool, but then battle packs would be better if they gave you 4 different heads. There's some flaws in this. I'm starting to see the gaps. Yeah, UCS sets, black heads make sense. But they didn't, did they? They gave regular fig heads. But the UCS set is a display set, so you wouldn't need the character underneath. It's marketed as for adults. I guess adults might still like the heads. And also adults are more likely to replace them themselves. I feel like 18 plus, we're looking at like the buildable Ewok. I don't think it's 18 plus. It was definitely not a 4 plus set. And it had a few mistakes in it, a few gaps that could be filled. I think the 18 plus just means adults can fix it. They can buy parts to fix it. If it's a little broken, that's okay. That's what 18 plus means. If it's a little broken, that's okay. They're old enough to patch it up. Because a lot of the 18 plus sets aren't that hard to build. They still break it down 1 piece per step. Ooh. Blue? Blue on the wait. Blue on the inside? Blue on the inside that gets covered up. Why does the blue on the inside get covered up? Wait, what's that? That connects to... Oh, because it's just a connection. It doesn't matter what color it is, just that it's there. Blue, though? Blue? Really? What tiles do we have around? We'll use what's at hand. That's great. And then we can get a brick underneath. Ooh, yes. What do we have the most of? Of course. What do we have the most of? Blue 1x2s. Maybe I should get my blue 2x2 plates out. But would it be bad when you take off the helmet? I think for the UCS set, a lot of collectors aren't taking off the helmets. Most, even, aren't taking off the helmets. And again, it goes both ways with figureheads. You've got, especially for the Death Star, maybe there is a little secret helmet off collection, but then you've got a bunch of bald minifigures. So heads with hair, if we don't get hair, maybe that's when black heads should be used. Hello there, Thorsten. Welcome. Eeny, meeny, miny. So, if Lego are going to give us hair, that's when they should come out with the regular minifigure heads. Otherwise, I think stick with black. And then the people that do want to get other figures, they can get heads real cheap. And I'd be willing to say that the cheapest minifigure face is cheaper than a black head. If you have multiple Mandos, it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I suppose when you've got one, you do want the face. If you've got multiple, the black head would allow them to be any character. And from a play point of view, helps with the imagination behind it as well. Kids aren't looking at it. Even 18 plus sets, they're built for older kids. But there's oh, we need another Mando battle pack. That January one did not suffice my appetite. We need more Mando battle pack. But blackheads would help for that illusion as well. I wonder if this discussion's happening at Lego. I do wonder. Because there was a lot of discussions around the smart brick, and it does kind of show with the similarities between some of the speeders and stuff. But outside of the Smart Brick sets, it does seem a little messier. Ooh. Oh, look at that. That is an Oreo if I've ever seen one. Bit dark, maybe it's a burnt Oreo. That black, white and black is a satisfying colour combination. Oh, satisfying pop as well. Not satisfying, that one. Not that bad, just not as satisfying. And this will probably hold back the side. Maybe. Maybe not. Brown is a choice. Brown is a choice. What's this representing? Reddish brown. On the end of the mandible. What do I think about the new Death Star? You think it looks like pizza? I love pizza. So I might agree there. It does kind of look like pizza. I'd love if Lego released a gift with purchase. Instead of like the Darksaber, they just go full meme and make a smaller buildable Death Star that's as flat as it with like micro figures. I think gift with purchases should bring back micro figures. Not just the Death Star. A lot of them. All of them. Bring back micro figures. All right, brown on the outside. Oh, unless they've used brown on the inside because it's hiding it. Oh, maybe they don't use brown on the outside. I'm following, I think. Oh, I forgot to like the stream. I'm sure you're not alone there. Don't forget to like the stream. Every like is one less brick fallen on the floor. Where did it go? I heard so many parts fall. Oh, there's a pink one. There's a pink one. Can't be missing those. Need all the pink bricks we can get. I don't know where the other ones went. There was definitely more of them that fell. Unless that was a bouncy pink brick. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Got more of you in grey, white and yellow. There we go. I was saying that. I thought I had a lot in grey. I got a lot of the single column bricks in grey. More of them in tan. And yellow. See if we've got another grey one at the bottom here. I don't think we do. I don't even think we got another one of these in tan. Mismatch those as well. Patchwork Falcon. Ooh, we can build a little escape pod or a little, and not just the escape pod goes in the side. We could build a little cargo hauler bit in the middle here. Cargo carrier. A container, cargo container. (2008) Death Star's better. Lego should make the 2008 with movable panels. I think they're building up to it. I think this Death Star was just a piece of the pie. A piece of the pizza pie, perhaps. I think this is just a little slice that they've given us so that we can wait out the bigger one. Because there are rumours this year there's an even bigger set. You might think, okay, the Death Star was 9,000, maybe they're pushing 9,900. This new set, this football stadium, it's not a Star Wars set, this football stadium is rumoured to have 12,000 pieces. 12,000 pieces! That's a third more than the Death Star, which is absolutely nuts. That's like 3,000 more. That's a UCS set on top of the UCS Death Star. And where they're going to go from that is, I mean, where you got to go 15,000. You can't go much less than that. And eventually we're going to get to basically a spherical Death Star. I genuinely think in probably about 10 years time, maybe maybe not even 10 years, they could do it in 5 years time, but I'm thinking for the 60th anniversary of A New Hope, they release a set which is a Death Star that you see at conventions, which is what you used to see at Legoland as well, where you've got removable panels that pop off for these playset scenes that are inside the UCS set. Even if they just sell the hollow dome and let's put our playsets in, what a display that would be. But I think they're going to sell the whole shebang. The whole lot of it, all at once. And it's going to cost a fortune. It's going to be like 25,000 pieces. But I guarantee they'll come back for the Death Star. And they will make it bigger, better, more spherical. We won't see another one like this, I don't think, for quite some time. No more cheese wheels, pizzas, pies. What is my favourite UCS set? I would go with the Slave one, because that's the one I've built. That is bias, and I can recognise that. So removing the bias, good question. What is my favourite UCS set? I'll tell you what, the 8080, it's so good, it's hard to break down. But genuinely, the 8080, yeah, the 8080s, well, outside of the Slave one, that would be my set. The UCS 8080, it's got a real nice interior. It also gets brownie points for the battle pack that came out alongside it. They knew what they were doing. Even I got a few of those Snowtrooper battle packs. And I didn't even have the UCS 8080. If only we got a Clone Trooper battle pack alongside the Slave one, like a Kaminoan Clone Trooper. Maybe whack a Rookie in there as well. I'd have got so many of those. Even a Kaminoan battle pack. I think I would have picked up, like, whack a Kaminoan in the Clone Trooper battle pack. And I'd have a little army of Kaminoans ready to defend against the uprising before the destroyers move in. Too soon. Still too soon. Years later and it's still too soon. Yeah, I do think the 8080. I saw it in a Lego store. And I remember seeing it thinking, I want it. I knew I didn't need it, but I still wanted it. And one day we will build it. One day when I have the space to make a Hoth a bit bigger than a shelf, we will build the UCS 8080. How much fun would that be? No, I can't fit it there. Can I? Can I fit? Do you think I could fit the UCS? I mean, it's like 60 centimeters long. That looks like it would be enough space to fit it. Add a little Mando scene down the bottom, or Mando blasting out the top. We'll see how the Mando movie goes. Maybe we can fit one in. 2. That would be awesome. Oh, we need some more of those 3s. Had a mate who bought the UCS 8080 and sold it for half the price on eBay. Crazy. I bet that went so quick. I've seen the price that set has been getting. The moment it retired, it skyrocketed, and I don't think it's been up ever since. He didn't offer it to you first as well for half the price. Ooh. I bet he's learned to, or I bet they've learned to research the price before they sell it. So good. Oh, we're going to have to build it. That's on my to-do list. Bucket level to-do list. Let's just secure that in place. Wish you had such a deal. Half price, I'd have jumped on that as well. That's the sort of deal that is gone before the platform even notifies you of it. Crazy good. Lucky person whoever ended up with that. Even the Falcon's a good one. I can't wait for them to remake the Falcon, because they've done it so many times. Well, they've done the Falcon so many times. I wonder what the next UCS Falcon will look like. Okay, 3x3 round circle. I've actually just pulled a few of these off the ATST. But there's a hole There's, I think a 4x4 is too big. Millennium Falcon. That's a talk show host, right? Millennium Falcon. Oh, whoa. Wait, why is it so close? Whoa, that's crazy. Oh, these are the circle. Are these the circle bits? Oh, I thought this was the circle on the end, but it's not. These are meant to be the round circly bits. Oh. I wish I would show that a bit more. Maybe we do add some rounded off plates on top, right? To secure it in. Right? No? Why not? Why? What? So, instead of this, I guess we've got to go with the 3x3 circle. But why are they so far forward? I think I'm going to replace it with another one of these, or a more gradual, like a 2x4 would work here. 2x4 and a 1x4 tile, something like that, or even a 1x4 plate, because that would get the studs up the side. Maybe we just go with another 3x3 instead of the round piece. Something like that. And then we'll add circles to the back pieces here. Get something over the top. Very interesting. Well, we've got more of these, a ton of these. On both sides. Get another pin going in. 2x2s, 2x4s, 2x1s. And a nice bit of colour down here as well. With the dark red and the black. Some undertones. Oh, that's a corner piece. Wrong piece. Actually, we're running out. No. It's not looking in the right spot. What's my favourite battle pack? Oh, what are some good battle packs, chat? My favourite battle pack. There's always the first set that I got, the Clone Walker battle pack. I don't think that's the best battle pack. That's one of my favourites because of the sentiment in it. The sentiment behind that gives it some brownie points. The best battle pack. Ooh, the one I enjoyed most, aside from the very first one that I had, I have to say this year's, the clones and the Mandos, I did enjoy that a lot. I went into it thinking this is going to be a great battle pack. I built it and I came out going, wow, it's even better than I thought. It's got a minifigure scale ship, brownie points for that. It's got clones and Mandos, so you've got two factions you can fight with, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. It's nice and affordable. I think it's just got everything going for it. The 2024 Clone Trooper versus Droid Battle Pack. Oh, that's similar. It's got clones and droids, and also £25. It came with 4 Clone Troopers. It also came with 4 droids because it had 3 B1s. So that is up there with it. Exact same reasons. It's a complete battle pack. It costs less. That one's even better because the Mando battle pack, you had to buy 2 of them, and that would cost you £36 in British pounds. £36 for 2, or you get them both for what, like £25, and that still went down like the other battle packs. That was on sale real quick. Favorite is the 327, small, good build, good figures. One problem, it's overpriced. Yes. If the 327 was, maybe the builds were a little smaller, maybe the AT-RT was closer to figure scale, and then we also had the price drop a little bit, then it would have been as good as the 2024 one. But the 2024 3B2s and 2B1s, even better than I remember it. That, and you also got the Shock Trooper, with 3 phase 2 shinies. I really should have picked up more of those when it was on shelf. That's a set that in years time, when I need a ton of shiny phase 2s, I'm going to kick myself for not picking up like all of them I've ever seen. But we did pick up, I think we did pick up nearly 5 of them, which sounds a lot. But it's so easy just to pick up another one of those battle packs. Whereas now, battle packs feel like their own set. We need another £25 battle pack like that. That's wishlist for sure. And I know some stores in the UK, some stores still have some of those sets, but they're full price. Because I think it retired at Christmas. I think it just retired last year. Don't know if it's still available on Lego's website. Any Star Wars sets? That'll do. That'll take us straight through. I'm pretty sure, at least in the UK. Let's go. Page 4 is probably where the battle packs are. Yeah, here we go. Oh, this is the higher end. Is it still in stock? Here's some of the other battle packs. It's still in stock. Cheeky that. Wait, it's possibly still in stock. Well, is it just that? I think it did retire. Come on. You can still buy it. You can't view it, but you can still buy it. And you only need to buy 2 to get free delivery. Oh no. Let's keep building before I end up buying a ton of them. Clone Walker battle pack is awesome. I think a Clone Walker is awesome. We did build a Clone Walker with that battle pack. With a Clone Walker battle pack, but with a battle pack that's just on screen. That was a decent build given the parts we had. Dark bluish grey. See, what's this as well? Because the front of the Falcon's quite bright. I'm missing the holes that we normally have. On the Force Awakens Falcon, they acted as gaps for the Flick Fighter missiles. The green and the red ones. No problem! Amitala. Thanks for hanging. May the bricks be with you. Whereas these, I guess they've covered this bit up, so that is like a section. But it's just a 1x1 stud. And then they've used the round bits on the end. Why have we got round bits on the end? Round bits! Where'd they come from? Right, I really need to separate these 4 and 6 plates. It's like looking into the sea of the same thing. And then I want black. Oh, hold on. I've used black brackets on top. Was I meant to grey those out? Maybe. Maybe I was. Because otherwise that would be visible. I bet it was black on the bottom. I've just greyed everything. There we go. And then up. And that's another bottom. That's another bottom. Where the top's at. That'll do. You there. You there. And there we go. Awesome. I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow. Wednesday's usually my day off, but I will be back probably Thursday. So keep an eye out on the live tab and you will see the next stream scheduled after this one tonight. I don't know what we're doing yet. Depends if we finish the Falcon. We're not going too bad considering that we are on our second mandible here. So when it says we finish this bag, we've actually finished the next one. This is both bags 6 and 7. Oh, this is what I was looking forward to. These clips here. This is a good bit. But you can always catch up on demand if you are leaving. You don't have to stay, don't worry about that. It's a good bit. Mark down the time. About an hour and 40 minutes into the stream and you can return. You stayed for the good bit, you'd never leave. And then, yeah, let's grab a drawer of those as we need. So this is what I always do to the Falcon. Even the Force Awakens Falcon, I modded it to have this greebling on the side. I was a massive fan of the greebling they got around the ship. So I added it to the front like this. Even though it's only one panel in here, it's really effective. I mean, they've told off half of it. That's cocky, that is. That is cocky. So good that we don't even have to greeble the entire thing. Just tile off half of it and call it a day. What's up with that? 2 tiles, yeah. 2 tiles and ingots. 2 tiles, ingots, and a twisted shirt. Clips, bars, grills. They've thrown a lot at the front and then just told off the back. Is that on purpose? Does the Falcon not have much detail in it? I thought it worked the whole way along, yeah. Even a plate would have done a little bit. On the Force Awakens Falcon, I remember Lego using a lot of bones and a lot of those sort of elements to bulk it out. I can't say we can put bones on the side here, but I can say that we can put more than just a 2x4 tile. Have a bit of fun with it. Also, could have used that in grey. Because we've got a load of dark grey up the front. So, well, we've used it in dark grey now. Let's add some light grey grills. Like that, and the opposite on the other side. Not that Lego have kept this a mirror image. The Falcon's meant to be a little messy. Good thing is you'll only see one on either side. Hello there and welcome to Thorsten. Welcome to Studsit. Oh, thank you. Awesome. For supporting the channel, you'll get your name on Master Mouldie's members Monolith. And I have to check now that the new members aren't on the board because I'm losing count. I can't remember who is on there. But you'll get your name on Master Mouldie's members Monolith. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Awesome. And I will be colouring them in eventually. It's going to happen. Maybe this is the one. This is the member that makes me colour in them all. The one to paint them all. We could do a painting stream. That'd be something new. Ooh, I don't know how that would go down. That would be quite fun to do. Painting the members' tiles. Which way do we want this to go around? Grill at the top. Maybe this way. Just throw the pieces at it. Stick. It's not how it works. Never has been. And some darker grills under the... some dark grey grills under a dark grey bar. This is the start of a nursery where I'm here. What happened to the lighter elements? Let's get a dark ingot in as well. Because we got the light one. Dark ingot and... what piece to fill in the bottom? Could get a flat tile here. Could get some rounded corners. Ooh, some of these 1x1s. We could end up with either a Minecraft loaf of bread or 2 of the quarter tiles. I think we'll go with a Minecraft bread. That looks better than a tile. We know about that. And then the bar. Can't forget it. Dark bluish grey lightsaber. Helps having a tile or a plate there because you can push it in. And now you know how far it can go. Rather than it just being pushed as far as you want and it can be a bit wonky. That bar is not going to go any further. And that clip's just on the side here. There we go. It's not being held down. It can open up. This is awesome storage for weapons, lightsabers, blasters. That's the place to put them. I like that idea. And also bulks out these engines a little bit more. And these go straight on, do they now? Lego, that's amazing. 221, you've got the hammer in there. Perfect. I want to see what's on the other side as well. I don't think we're completely done with this. How's this? Ah, it goes into our brick at the bottom. So this also supports this section and makes it very hard to pop off. That's not what we wanted. No cockpit on this side. So we've got the 3 pins back here and the 4 studs at the front. The whole nose of the Falcon fell off. That's crazy. There's the front half. Oh, because we've got the slopes in it and it doesn't like the slopes. You know what? That's respectable. We did approach on its... Hold on. No. Is it not meant to fit with it on? Or was that because we thickened the slope? It prefers the power miner slopes. The 1x2s like this. But that still feels like it's too much because of the slope underneath it. Maybe that's the wrong angle as well. We want it to be filled in. We don't want it to push the engine off. Oh no, it was too far. And that sits just below it anyway. Okay, well, we'll need to secure that down a bit, I guess. I still feel like this is pushing, this feels illegal. This feels illegal. It might be. So I'm going to swap this out for a brick and then add a 2x2. One of those ones with 2 studs so that we're not pushed it too far. Where did... Oh, the cockpit's underneath me. And the dish element has gone for a walk. I'm gonna have to watch that back in slow-mo. See where it bounced off to. Because that's actually disappeared off the face of the earth. Maybe we need a better stud connection. I might add some studs on the underside. Or oh wait, we used those inverted tiles, didn't we? Get another one of those in grey, not black. Because the black stood out a little bit at the back. And well, you're an issue. You slope, that slope's not going to allow us to put that inverted piece, but a corner plate in dark grey would work. That or a 1x3, one or the other, or both. Double layer it until it's stuck. Yeah, corner is our best bet. And that will reinforce the underside. There we go. That shouldn't happen again. Although that dish... There's nowhere for it to fall. Unless it's caught just under something. No. We're going to have to get the Dark Falcon cockpit back out again. I only found it last night. Oh, wait. What'd the chair catch on? Not the element we need. All right. Dark Falcon it is. Or an Imperial TIE Fighter cockpit. I noticed some of those while I was looking through. Not perfect, but at least it's not bright red. And that clips in... Oh yes, we needed the brick on top. Well, these would work. We just need to tile it off. And then add a 2x2. Yeah, perfect. The angle doesn't work, the slope. The slope doesn't work. 2x2 plate or tile? Plate. Tile even. Plated tile. Ah! The modified with 2 studs. This one here. That's the one. Half tile, half plate, a bit of everything. And that will fill in the gap. We won't have to worry about it. And yes, that's what we want. Don't know if I'm going to be able to stud down the cockpit like this. Nope. You can remove it. Much like the Ahsoka Eater cockpit, I guess the cockpit is holding itself in as much as everything else is. And then wait for the satisfying click. No. What aren't you doing? What aren't I doing? Wait a second, this was working yesterday. Yeah. Oh, wait, the plate. Does the plate not fit with it on? Wait. I don't think the plate does fit with it on. Because it's just in there too tight. So it pops it off. No, 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 we got it, we got it, we got it. Woof, we got it, it works. It's close though. Closer than I remember it being. And the side of the cockpit. Oh, it comes out because they've not got it on. Yeah, it is flush against it. 2 studs out. So this is blocked in. But it is riding higher. It overlaps. It overlaps so tinily. Look. Look at that. This is the illegal technique because one of them is going straight out and the other one's rounding off. Again, I'm still working with Lego for the A-Wing, illegal connection. So I'm not going to report this, but just be wary. It's close. It will bend the bricks a little. No problem, Thorsten. Thank you for the membership. May the bricks be with you. And then another circle. Wait, I thought that was the circle. Yeah, because it's out to the side. Is it not the circle? It's built up a lot for a non-circle. What do we have in here? 1x3. Oh, and then we got the wedges. We don't have that extra stud. We've replaced it with a cockpit. Unless we brought the wedges one forward. Where's that dark tan tub? What are you in here? We could always offset these wedges as well. Oh, we needed a 1x3. Oops. What if I add another 1x2? Come back. So that it's visible outside the wedges. And then we'll bring them one forward. In dark grey. Okie day. Or we have it back to front. Oh no, because this is over here. That's there and there. Yeah, that'll do. We didn't need the extra one. It is interesting that the circle things are great and so far forward. So I could swap that out with a... Maybe we shrink them. I thought that the grills were going to be the holes, but they're not. Which baffles me. How far back should this be? We could have a 1x. Yeah, could have a 1x2 over here. Could have one of the new tiles as well. Could even flip this around where the cockpit is. Replace it with however many elements will fit. All right, bag 7 we have done. Let's make sure that we've got the exact same parts, but I think we know the answer to this. We haven't done the circles. They've stickered them. Do we have any printed parts? I know we don't have 3x3s. Well, no, we do. We have these V19 ones. But if we've got some 2x2s that are close, maybe we'll get away with using those. We've got the typical engines. I do want to keep some of these for the top. Maybe we don't have enough for the top. We've got a gear. We've got the tyre thing. We do have a lot of these engines here. We could use, and these have holes in the middle as well. But they're more like fans. What are all these whites? Oh, eyes and Imperial logos. Do smart brick sets have stickers? These are the first stickers we've come across. We didn't have any in the tyre. They were all prints. Oh, the X-Wing had stickers as well. The X-Wing had stickers, but we brick built the stickers. I suppose they do have stickers. All right, we'll just use some plain grey ones. The 2x2s might be able to slide a bit further back. I want to get it... Actually, I want it to be on the outside. And look at that tiny cockpit. That's one of the microfighters right there. In you go. We could get an egg on the front. Fry an egg on the engines of the Falcon. Oh, there's another Falcon cockpit. Nah. Or dishes. But dishes, inverted dishes might work. Some of the smaller ones. I quite like the idea of the hole. But whereabouts should these be placed? They are a bit smaller as well. Really where the grills are. So we've got this middle bit coming out. And there's a circle right here. Right here there's a circle. That's out of place. Seems rough to charge the price just to give sets with stickers. Yeah, especially because they're 6+ and they're aimed at kids. Even the 4+ sets only have printed pieces. It is odd for these round circles, the fact that they could get away with 4 of the same design, which is what they've done. They haven't even flipped it mirror image. They've got 4 of the same design. I'm getting flashbacks to the MIDI Tantive. It's the same issue that had so many of them, and none of them printed. Instead, do I have some regular round ones. They do look wiry and they're quite hollow. What if that coming out, we got a bit of dark red there that we can fill in, but I don't know how detailed they've gone on the top. We've got a circle there. I think if we cover up this middle bit, that works as the exposed wiring. It would be nice to round it off, but because of the scale that it's at, those 3x3s are crazy big. I can't believe that. And they've got stickers on as well. That is a bit insane. Even for a Lego set. And they've whacked them in the middle. But they've got the perfect shapes here. We just need a slope or something to cover. I think I'm going to keep that as the circle. What I could even do is move that one out further. That can go one further out and still be hooked in. Just to show that there is something down there. Do I have to remove the whole? Worth it. Totally worth it. And then this. Yeah, we're not getting rid of any studs or that. So that's the outer circle. And that one's the inner one. They're not circular. It's Lego. I wish they did circular grills. That would be a really nice piece. That'd have its uses as well. They could use that around the outside of the Falcon. That'd be a fun one. All right. Make sure we're putting them back in the right spot as well. There we go. I kind of think it looked better when it was in more, but it looked smaller. We'll see that, and if I want to move it back, we can always slide it. But 8, is this the final bag? Or is this the... No, this is the final bag with 3PO. Look, they got the training droid. We need to add that when we fix up our interior. And now we're on to the roof. This is it. 14, 2x14. They're in the bag. Right at the back here. Dark bluish grey, not light bluish grey though. And that's a 6. I think it's a 6x10. And seeing just below it, 6x10, studs on all sides. I haven't even finished my drink yet. I know with well, Lego make the argument for non-UCS sets, they want kids to have the imagination for the different pieces. Most kids, most grown-ups, I have a drawer of pieces down here that still have stickers on them. I've just got a few stickered elements in this drawer because if I can reuse them without peeling them off, it's going to keep the sticker in a better quality. And some of them, like Lego sets on the blue tiles, I just haven't needed yet. But the fact they didn't print those, surprised that Lego don't have circular grill pieces. It is odd. With all the circular pieces they're coming out with, there's some basics that just don't exist. And the amount of Falcons they've made, they'd make their money back. Falcons, you could get them on stoves, hobs, on barbecues even. For the city sets and for the friend sets, they'd make their run of barbecues with them. You could make any rounded engine. Think of all the Star Wars ships that could use the rounded engines, especially the speeders, the smaller ones, even the ATs. The ATSTs could use with some triangular ones. They could use some triangular ones. But we've only got the regular grills. I'm still waiting for the grills with the 5 lines across. When you were a kid, you hated stickers and you hate them even more now. I would always peel off my stickers. Prints were special. Prints were special. Stickers, no. Stickers I'd just peel off. I threw so many of the stickers away. We were talking yesterday about the turbo sets. All of those stickers, almost. I think I probably have a few odd pieces for the mudguard elements and the ones I wouldn't have reused. Not quite. Not quite a 10. Oh, this is a 12. That's not even a 10, it's a 12. What was I thinking? Do I not have 10s? Is this a 10? Or is this an 8? Imagine trying to pick it out for it just to be an 8. Yeah, that's a 10. The amount of stickers that I've thrown away as a kid. Not purposefully, just peel off. And those 2000 stickers couldn't be reused. There was no chance of that. Which is probably why they're so expensive, given the other stickers. They're not expensive stickers, but they're not cheap. Because they're hard to come by. Rather than collabing with Crocs and everyone under the sun, I think Lego should invest in redoing older stickers because there is a market for collectors. And I know they've got Bricklink, which is why they're trying to capitalize on those fees and getting a little share of everyone's spending. But now that Bricklink's not available in quite a chunk of the world's population, I think they should capitalize on selling old sticker sheets. They still have all of them. They've got better printers now. So many collectors that have older sets will want newer stickers. They can frame the old stickers, but then they can replace them with newer stickers, get them looking up to scratch with modern day quality, modern set quality. I don't know, that 2010s period, any stickers that were white on non-white pieces, you wouldn't want to replace those because Lego have not topped that. But any other stickers, especially from the 60s, 70s, Lego could sell. Or have a service provider. Maybe a company needs to hop on this and then Lego would buy them out. Because that seems to be how Lego operate. How they run their business. They'll, like with Bricklink, it's not something that Lego particularly have a desire for. Because it's a lot of time and effort that they'd rather be making a few of the newer sets. But if there was a team dedicated to rerunning stickers, there wouldn't be as big a market as there is for mock building. Maybe it's not profitable enough. Ooh, brackets on the side. What do we need these studs for? This is on the side of the ship. I think this is hanging over the ship. Possibly. Oh, wait, yeah, this is this bit where we got the ingot. So we're covering, possibly covering the ingot and these slopes. Oh, I love when a bracket is on its side and then it's got some slopes or something rounded off to the side. Such a nice connection. I have very few grade 2x2s. Oh, I see who's using them. Any more? Maybe one at the bottom. Yeah, one or two at the bottom. But Bugs. Oh, Bugs is missing in here. This is going to be a bit inhumane. So if you did enjoy the Bugs build, maybe look away now. But Bugs's cheeks have a few 2x2s. Oh, wait, that was easy to pop off. And now one... Wait, I've been cheated out here. This is a 2x2 up here. But these are 1x2s. I think we did that because they originally were different slopes. Ah, I got by them. Well, might as well use them as I have them in my hand now. There's no point going back to the draw. Ah, I can't believe they've done this. I got myself good with that. All right. Slopes. And then maybe we'll secure these in. Maybe a little bit. Oh, and bigger slopes. Ooh. Might have a few of these. Imagine they added more littler slopes in the middle. All right, these are both over here with our long slopes. Out you come. Oh, there's nothing weighing this down now, so the whole unit's going to come with. And some of those underbellies of the cars. What do we have slope wise out and about? 1, 2, 3. Come on. Where's... Oh, so close. There's a dark one. There's not another light one. There's one. There's 2. There's 2. Ooh. There's 3. Finally. But we only need 4. Biggest issue with stickers, once you lose them, it costs more than the parts itself to get a replacement sticker sheet unless you buy stickers on a piece. There might be some rare ones, but as far as I've seen, lots of Star Wars stickers, especially the older ones from the 2000s, if you buy them stuck on, they're quite cheap. I suppose it's the risk reward. There's a risk of them falling apart in transit or being scratched, or probably in a lesser quality if they've been played with. But yes, it does cost quite a bit. I don't remember what I paid for the replacement sticker for the Clone Walker Battle Pack. I don't think it was much more than a couple of quid, but a couple of quid for the sticker that's going to be on. I might even peel that. If Lego print the Republic logo on a 2x2 grey tile, it's going to be replaced by then. But you're paying just to get that original sticker that's stood the test of time in someone else's collection. Or even crazier, a sealed box. Whoa. It's nice that Lego, when a set is out, will try and find it. And like with Yavin, when we built Yavin, Lego did have a look if they had any spare sticker sheets laying around, and they did. So that was awesome. It'd be interesting to build this Falcon. What I'm going to do is build a section, build that cockpit section, the bit with the illegal technique, in Studio and see if it flags up. Because if it flags up in Studio, that is a little problem. Ooh. Wait, why is there a gap? Why is there a gap in the... What? I know why they were running the plates down the outside, but why not a 4x6 in the middle there? Why gap? That could just be a 4x6, right? Especially, oh no, because of the studs on the end. Makes sense why they haven't just put a load of 1x4s up the side. Oh, and we thought this was going to drop in. It doesn't drop in at all. Because we've just covered up the bit that I thought we were dropping in. Which is this bit here. 1x6. Plenty of those. Couldn't get enough of them earlier. Even modern day stickers aren't perfect. They are a lot better from where they've come from, but they still lose a bit of sticky residue every time you peel them off and put them back. And also, Lego recommend you put them on with glass cleaner, which I'm not sure what that does to your ABS plastic. I wouldn't recommend you try it until you've had a little look, just to be sure. Oh, this, oh, okay, these are too long. These are too long. How much is that? That's 12. We needed 4x10s. They're the other side of the drawer. They're right here. And we need them in, oh, light grey. Light grey, not dark grey. I only got one. Here's the second. I blame Lego stickers. See, it's all the stickers' fault. If there weren't any stickers in this set, I probably wouldn't have swapped out that part. Printing quality is a mixed bag. Yeah, it is a bit. You've got, I think the 20, I keep saying the 2012 land speeder. I have to correct myself. It's the 2010 land speeder. The 2012 one is the Comic-Con exclusive. That's the one I really like. The 2010 one is the one that I got early days. And the printing on that Luke Skywalker minifigure is, to date, the best printing on a Farm Boy Luke. The Death Star one and the one that we've got in the land speeder, they're better. They're better than the last decade, but it's still not as good as that 2010, or at least my 2010 land speeder Luke. I've had a little look at images, and I think it's true across the board. I'm yet to see a too badly printed Luke, but the skin tone on it is so clear compared to most Lego sets that are just faintly printed on. Can we fit this on now? Yes, we can. Oh, that's solid. The desk is shaking with how solid that is. That's why you haven't applied the stickers on your Arc 170. Yeah, the newer Arc 170, we brick built the stickers. You don't need stickers at all. And I might build the Microfighter Arc 170. See if we can get rid of even the printed engines on the front of that. I think you can brick build those. Granted, maybe some of the elements didn't exist when the Microfighter was out, but when the Arc 170 was out, all the elements existed. And I'd love for Lego designers, what I think with the Arc 170 is it was a matter of time. They didn't have enough time to put the thing together because there are a few shortcuts taken. And we've noticed with some sets, there are just a few oddly colored pieces still visible from the outside. I think designers need to have more time to focus on a set in particular, rather than rushing on to the next one. And I mean, designers are paid well enough that they can probably take their leisurely time and not worry about not making deadlines. But Lego put out a lot of sets. Maybe they need a few more designers on their team, in which case, Lego, you know where to find me. I see you lurking in these streams. Or maybe I don't see it. I guess you wouldn't see it if someone was. I know Lego like the Batman streams, we've seen that. But the Arc 170 is a great example. They can be brick built with basic elements as well. This isn't master builderizing. This is just a few simple elements switched out here and there. And breaking down a brick is usually what leads to it. Being able to break it down, not break down, break it down, and see, okay, well, this tile could be this big plate, that big plate, and a wedge. Maybe I have the Lego vision. Maybe that's my special ability. Right, one of the 3x3 macaroni tiles. No light tan? Really? Nothing at all. Although, tiles. Do we need tiles? Could we double plate this? I like the macaroni tiles. I might use dark tan. Not the best colour. But I do like no, dark grey. Not dark tan. Dark grey. But I do like the dark tan, the light tan in the middle. Oh, we've got dark tan coming up. I like the different colours on the turret up here. I wonder if we can build it on the ship. This would be impressive if true. Impressive if true. That rings a bell. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And I don't know what that was. Impressive if true. I can't remember now. That rings a bell. Impressive if true. No, it's not helping by saying it. After saying it more and more. Tan, you are. What else do I need to pick up? We've got, okay, that nice bracket element. Don't think I've got any of those in dark tan. Sweet, still going strong so far. Do I have any in dark tan? Light tan, yes. Grey, yes. Nougat, yes. Oh wait, no, that's nougat. I don't know what that colour is, but it ain't dark tan. We'll dark tan a plate on top. Smash. Oh, we didn't get the dark. Oh, we did get dark tan plates out. Just not as many as we might have needed back then. And then anything on the front here? We've got to have some of those ski poles sticking out the front. Maybe even the cones with the ski poles on the ends. One of these. Missed. Oh, oh no. Hey. Was camouflage itself away. Stud shooters, I'm not gonna be too fussed with at the minute. Oh, hold on. We missed the 1x4 at the back. They've just greyed out the tan. They've hidden the tan. Is this legal? I will make it legal. Some of Lego's building techniques for the smart play sets. They will make it legal. Right, you in there. Yeah, without the stud shooters. Ooh, they've got a little bit exposed on the top there. Which, if anything, should be dark red. Especially on the front. It's quite flat. So I'm just going to leave that be. And they've used candlesticks. No, they've got to use ski poles. Even sticking out at the end here, they've got to use some ski poles. Oh look, another chance to get a 4x4 with 4 holes in it. Can't forget the candlesticks. I don't think I have. I don't think I have these candlesticks in grey. Where are the ski poles is what I want to know. Same drawer? Something's telling me they were the same drawer. We'll have a little look. Not much angling to it. We can rotate it. No smart brick play functionality either. It's just the stud shooters for if you don't have the smart play. Oh, they sit it on the table. Lego, I'll be real, that's not necessary. Even with the flick fire missiles, you do not need to clip this down. That is secure. That is solid. That is nuts that it's just essentially 2 plates going through the middle here, and it's secure as it is. It kind of shouldn't, it doesn't deserve to be this secure. Well, here we go. Here's the ski poles. 1, 2, 3, 4 ski poles, the perfect element for any Falcon. They're the right shape and everything. Also really handy for the end of an X-Wing. Maybe for a mini X-Wing. For a polybag X-Wing they'll work. And because we're using ski poles, we could double up on these 2x1 rounded plates. Might get a slope in the side. That's what we could do. And that will hold this on, but also double sync the ski poles. So we'll change the orientation. Now we got 2 going down. The next one will be across with the 2x2s. I think we're done with this draw. We don't need it anymore. And then, yeah, we'll lap them like that. Could always lap them the other way as well. And these should sink all the way in. Perfect. Should have started with the bottom row. Ooh, perfect. And then, perfect. You know where this is going to go. If we can get it in, perfect. That's more like a turret. I'm kind of tempted to put the stud shooters either side, because that turret does look a little on the small side. Not that there's anything wrong with a small turret, but we can make it bigger, might as well. Beef it out a little bit. Missing that dark red at the front. We've just used a dark red ingot, and I think a dark red ingot would be enough dark red. Maybe it would be enough dark red to fit down here, because it's different from the grey. Yeah, this is it. That's where the little window should be, and we can get a gunner sat down here, which I am wanting to do. Maybe we drop the brackets and just brick build the rest and have a little pod. That'd be hard to fit it in as good as it is. Oh, there we go. And now we've just got the 2 sections. Wait, bag 9. Was there 10 bags? I thought there was only 8. Bag 9 is a surprise, but a welcome one. And this should be the final sections. This looks like the front. Imagine bag 9 is just this, and then bag 10's the roofs. That'd be nuts. Bag 9 is mostly this big. I'm seeing a 4x4 in dark grey. Let me grab that while I'm down here. Or back here. And then, oh, back to front as well. 1x3. Oh, 1x3 in dark grey. Oops. And same on the other side. Yeah, we are going to probably need to switch that to dark grey. Oh, we got the light grey here. And then clips. Oh, wait, no, that's the front. That's the front. That's nuts. What? What is it? Why is that the front? Oh, I did not realize. I was not expecting that. I was expecting this. I was expecting this to come down here, but that would fill it in way too much. Oh. Okay. Get some 1x1 clips and some dark grey tiles. Let's not forget about that while we got them. There's 3 dark grey tiles. I'm going to grab this one. Got a good feeling about that. And the one by clip. Well, don't do me wrong. 1, 2, straight away. Beautiful. It just breaks up the colour a bit. And these clips probably hold on the left and right side. If this is going to go in the middle and that, it does arch forward. I thought these would just fold. These arch. Okay. I think that's 4. I think that's perfectly 4 of them. Don't break any of these. And then maybe a 4x4 plate on the underside to cap these all off. Could even add a little something on top, a bracket or something. Or we could have a gap, because we need that gap to rest up here, and that those studs will hook it on, as you can tell by the shaky desk. Okay, nice work. I think so far the only thing I'm questioning is that cockpit connection. There's no way I'll be able to send that to Lego. Be like, yeah, it don't work. They'll be like, what on earth are you building? That is not the Lego set that we had. That is not our Lego set. That's not even a cheap knockoff at this point. It's just wrong on Lego standards. They do have a button on the underside. Needed more of those on the base. Needed a ton of those on the base. Keeping things light and grey. Don't want any black on the inside, in case you want a photo from the other side. But that is where it would go. 1x5 beam and a ton of slopes on the nose. Right, 1x5 beams we know we have, thanks to the Droid workshop that we did a few days ago. We've got too many of these. Right, where are the 1x5s? Come back. Come back. Where? What? Where did the 1x5s, 1x3s, there's some colours as well. White, tan. We have used, there we go. We've used 1 or 2 of these. And then that locks it into place. It's going to be hard to show. Either side here. I don't think they're going to add any more Technic in between these. I think it's straight on. Flips over. Let's get those slopes on the front. We have a load of the 1x1s. I'm going to grab those because we can switch up the greys. We can go light grey, dark grey, and make it a little different. I'm thinking of doing a dark grey on the outside, a light grey on the middle. Keep this pattern that Lego have got going. Oh, that's a small slope. You're not meant to be in here. In fact, where is the slope that is meant to be in here? There we go. That's more like it. One day I'll 3D print a bigger tray, but not today. Was it dark grey on the outside? This overhangs a little bit, so there is a gap down the front. There isn't anything on the bottom. If we were nitpicking, we would want something sticking out of the bottom, maybe even another slope underneath, but that's all right. For the scale this Falcon is, I'm not sure anything should be overhanging at all. The reason this is to cover up the Technic underneath, which even these slopes aren't necessary. You could cap it off 1x4 tile, that'll do the job. I've got a ton of these, let's use them. Let's burn through them. I don't even know what drawer they're in. I just know I've got an actual tub of these and I am ready to go through them. Probably one of these tub ones, if I had to guess. No. 4x6s with a little 2 bars sticking out. Or is it one of these as well? Is that bottom one? No. There's like 1 or 2 in there. We need a few more. Ooh. Right, let's have a look down here. 4x6s, eh? Nope. They should be in with my other 4x6s. Just because they should be doesn't mean they are. In fact, should be usually means that they're not. If they should be somewhere, I can guarantee they're not. They might be in with my Technic. I know. Nope. And nope. And they're not in. Not in these ones. We could brick build them, part them out with bar elements, maybe a 1x1 on the side here, or a clip that's holding, oh, that would be nice, a clip that's holding a 4-length bar, because that would be as strong as the connection at the back. But I want to find these plates because I have so many of them that I do have a tub. It could even be in with the wedges. Maybe that's why I'm not finding it. Oh no. Oh, it could be in with the clips. I suppose it's a clip and bar piece. No, it's not in there though. Oh no, this is gonna bug me. Where could it be? Imagine if it was in the plates on in the plates drawer on the desk already. Right, out you come. So I know there's a few of you in here. That drawer's not even coming out. It'd be funny if they were in here. But no, maybe I did move them to one of the bigger tubs. I'm thinking now, in freeing up drawers, I could have moved them to one of these tubs. I don't remember seeing them earlier with the glasses. And they're not in here, are they? No, we got the other bracket elements in there though. Oh, let's have a little look through here. They're important. So they're not in the top one. Nope. I think one of these is just wheels. Oh, it's not this one. This one's... Oh wow, there are some really nice panels in here. Oh, I like TIE Fighter wings. Yep, definitely not that one. And just for peace of mind, we're there already. Are you in the bottom? Nope, as suspected. Just a load of wheels, which narrows it down to somewhere here. They're definitely in a small drawer as well, because I've packed her. Oh, they're going to be in the bottom left drawer. I know it. I just know it. They are definitely in the bottom left drawer. If I skip it though, they're going to be in one of these. Right. Definitely not. Oh no, we've already searched most of these. All right. These are bricks. They're bricks. They're plates. That's Technic. Hmm. I could have mixed them in there. I didn't, but I could have. All right. One last check and then we'll move on. We'll part them out and I'll replace them later. That would be a good place to hide them in with the minifigure parts. No, these have been sorted out way too soon. They're on the left. I know they're on the left, but I haven't seen them in any of these drawers. Oh, there's probably a few in here. Wow, look at all these plates. That needs sorting. Doesn't mean they're not in there because it hasn't been sorted out yet. No, that's just plates. Oh, I did! I found them! I found them! Okay. You remember a second ago when I said modern day I'd put them in with my 2x4, my 4x6s, because they are 4x6s. I'd put the tub in with my 4x6s, so they were at the back of that drawer. I know I got it out earlier on the stream, so we would have glossed over them. But I guess past me was as smart as I am now. If not smarter, knowing that I would in the future want them in that drawer and place them in. Wow. We do need some of the bigger wedges, and actually we could use the landing pad that I'd created for Vader's TIE Advance using spare parts from Yavin. It's come back around because we're probably going to need one of these for every corner. So we'll leave Pac-Man over there. And that's some of the new slopes as well. Why those slopes? Why not extend them out? Wait, these are, oh, hold on a second. No, these are massive. These are too big. We need the smaller ones. Whoa, hold up. We don't need those ones. Oh, I've just knocked a stack of these down. We need these ones here. I've got so many of them. Let's use them. Yeah, we don't need these ones. That can go back to the landing platform for Vader's TIE. And I got 4 of these because we do have 4 sides to make. I don't know how mirror image these are going to be. We can hope, and I'm assuming that dark tan's getting covered up, so that's light tan all day with a 1x3, and we'll slope it off. Good thing about sets, if you notice a part you need, you can steal them from one set, give it to the other. It's beautiful. I love that. I've been doing that my entire Lego building career, and I'm not planning on stopping anytime. It doesn't matter how many parts you have. It's nicer having that moment, oh, I know where that element is, and nabbing it off one of your old sets. I want to, especially if it's not noticeable. I like to do that with the UCS Slave 1. I'm still today pulling off parts that I'm like, would you notice if this was missing? One way to find out, I pull it off. If I notice it, I put it back. If it looks weird, I'll put it back. If I don't notice, that piece ain't going back. That piece is staying off. Half the time, I feel like now it's got to a point where I'm doing it with pieces I'm not even going to use. But knowing there's an easier piece or a piece that I have more of means that I can store some of the parts in my collection. The only issue with it is if it's a rarer part, you've taken it off the one ship, you'll know where it is, and then you don't know where you put it. You could run into issues, but as long as you remember where it is, it will be all right. I'm going to swap these arches out with slopes. They will not leave a gap down in the middle. Just the 1x2s, 3 of these. It's easier to get than the arches. Especially trying to work them in with this plate. There we go. Nice smoother finish, and it's a gradual slope. So it seems less jumping out at you. Some grills. When do we put that drawer away? I'm still using so many grey parts. I should have kept those tubs out and put the rest of the drawer away. We'll need this the other side. Maybe more for the other side. And then, oh yes, we didn't get the wedge on top. Let me get that out. Oop. Dark red wedge. Right there. And the inverted slopes. I think I put them back. Yeah. Keeping it grey. And this is going this side. Maybe we can't build them the same because it's got a further corner to fill out. Wait a sec. Where did the other 1x3 come from? I do not remember being asked to put that down. I thought it was a 1x3 plate. Oh, I actually got another one out, but I didn't put it on. It's in the wrong grey as well, because I didn't realise that was meant to go there. Kind of forms the corridor to the cockpit, but it isn't continued, so it is a little... Oh no, it would have dropped down a bit more without the cockpit, but it still doesn't fit as flush as I'd like. Nitpicking, of course. 1x6. Light grey, dark grey is all the same to me. And a nice healthy amount of dark red here. Ooh, with more of these by 6s, 2x6s. Same as on the nose. Nope, other side. This side. Come on, come on. A little falcon of itself. Yeah, not far off a little falcon of itself, actually. We are keeping things somewhat symmetrical with these builds. So already door rails on the bottom, get that slope on the underside as well, just like that. And then 2x3s, so many of those. There's one. Ooh, twos, threes. And a 2x2. Now, why didn't we rotate that 2x3 and have the 2x2 on the side so that we got that chunk? Or is it meant to be, maybe it's meant to be split up, or a 2x, yeah, either way, you'd want that connection there. And then radar. Oh, that's why we need the 2x2. We've got a little radar going on. One of these, one of these. I'm going to go with a dark grey one, just to keep it grey. And a 3x3 dish? No, that looks like a 4. Is that a 4 or a 3? Yeah, a 4 has that extra bit in the middle and a hole going all the way through. Whereas a 3x3 dish doesn't have that extra little jumpy out bit. It's a shame the Lego Galactic Marines and Bakara were released in the Juggernaut. I would have got... I think that has the possibility, if that came out in a battle pack, and it came out right, I think you include Bakara because... Bakara gets away with being included because Bakara... In a battle pack, this is in a cheaper battle pack. Because Bakara is a generic driver, a Juggernaut driver. I'm thinking also some door rails coming out the side wouldn't have been too much to ask for. Or even plates out the side. I'm thinking 2 Galactic Marines, a Captain... No, you'd have to go 3 Marines and a Bakara. It'd have to be done, and I'd have a Bakara in every Clone Wars vehicle. All of them would have a Bakara. The entire lot. Just the 1x2s. Oh. Or just straight up Galactic Marines. Galactic Marines and droids though. It'd have to be Galactic Marines and droids. Get the both of them in. That. Another 1x6. And this is the back end, so why no. Yeah, why so wedged from the start? Especially if we're building out the bottom square. Unless it's just wider at the base and then it's going to go to a 4. Yeah, it goes to a 4. 6 wide to 4 wide. So 4, 5, 6. Bakara looks similar enough to a heavy trooper from the OG Battlefront. I did take Bakara's torso and add him to a regular phase 2 with a visor to make a heavy trooper. And I'm changing my mind about the strap. With the backpack, there's no way you can get a regular strap. I think Lego do the backpack and they give us a separate waist element with a bag hanging down. Have to make that into a trooper, because that would be perfect for a battle pack to get a random accessory like that. Same we were talking about the helmets. If we got a neck bracket for the clone troopers that would be great to give away in a battle pack. And they could only do it once and then do away with it. They don't have to keep releasing them. Ooh. Go on, we'll hide some 2x3s in here. 2x3s and 2x2s. Just so everything's holding everything in. And some tan clips. Tan? Have we not used... We haven't used... No, we have. We've used light bluish grey clips at the back. Why switch up to tan? It's not a colour I can use too much in mock tan. Unless it's a Yavin Temple. But even then, I don't think many clips were used in the making of the Yavin Temple. Especially like the olden days where karmas are optional. I do like that for minifigure legs. That is nice. And also, Master Mouldie Mox, we're bringing it back. I think we've missed it for the Smart Play set so far. Bright green. Not lime green, bright green. We are going all in on the green. Now it makes sense why they were doing what they were doing at the back. Because then they round that off. Huh. About that Lego. Yeah, 2x4s. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just switch up the way it works, which is what we're doing. Do we need to round off the front? Probably not. And to get the two, we don't have a lot of these printed panel pieces. So I'm gonna go, see, these are prints and these are nice. They work for what they need to work for. But if we had a circular grille, that would just be so much better. It would. It would be so much better. There is a way. There is a way that I'm going to leave that clear for now, because there is a way we can... Oh wow, that... No, that did not like. What did it not like? What is it not liking? Is it... I think it was that bracket on the end. I might need to add a cheese slope onto that. I did not like it. I'm going to leave them blank, but I will come back to them. I have got a great idea for those vents at the back of the Falcon. Maybe we can add those in the next stream when we do the rest. And because this is the back, I'm going to see if I can build both of these at the same time. Let's clear up a little bit and get some of those 2x6s. We never got them out. Whee! Probably only need two at the end here. Good old cheese slopes. Can't beat them, can ya? I actually think, right, the snob brick is a feeding favourite brick. There hasn't been too many elements that LEGO have come out with that have topped it. This year, that bracket is a good one. That 1x2 middle bracket that they've come out with. I think if I had to pick an all-time favourite brick, it'd be the... probably the 1x2. The more cheese. It'd be the more cheese slope. Not the small cheese slope. The big cheese slope. The more cheese slope. It would probably be that piece. I've used it the most out of any of them, including the grills, including the ingots. Believe it or not, ingots are a new piece in my arsenal. I didn't have many sets with ingots in, so I didn't... Well, golden ingots maybe. A lot of the city police sets, but not a lot of grey ones, so I didn't use them as much as slopes and grills. Hey, more buttons! More in... Yeah, light bluish grey. I'm running out of light bluish grey buttons. We've got some dark bluish grey. So many black. And again, I'll be creating my own element, I think, for these grills. So, 2x3 and a 2x2 in red. I don't know if these will go over to the other side. We'll take a look at that first. I could get a 2x3 out if there is one. Have I exhaust them yet? And this is this side. Just there. Oh, 3x3 as well. For the... Oh, I've just got the little one, haven't I? Wondered why I still had 2 tile drawers over here. Because the drawer is actually of plates. And then one on either side. This is back left. Pretty solid. And you can open... Oh, okay. You can't open it. Never mind. Take that back. You can't just open one back corner. Or can you? How far? Oh, no, because of the ingot in the middle. You have to open the whole thing. Oh. Not an issue. Just not as nice as we'd hoped. And then it's the same up to... Nope. Same. Same through and through. Not same up to. It is 100% the same. I wish I got 2 more of those tiles and slopes. Because we need another 2x2. Gotcha. And another 3x3. Snap. Even the engines go in the same place. And that fills in the back side. And then... What do we finish? So we finish it on page 263, which is 33 pages from the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay, well, 4 of those pages were necessary, and they had a separate side build of the smart brick, but the smart brick isn't in this set. That should be in the separate manual. You still get a separate manual for this. So, oh, maybe you don't get a separate manual. Maybe they've added it to the back here. Should be separate because it doesn't come with the set. So you are missing that in essence. But some great play features in here. Wow, that's the Falcon built. That is it. Completed. I'm going to, thanks to the messy desk, go to the main cam to show off some of the features that we've got. Like the massive cockpit that doesn't look oversized. This is the dream this is younger me's dream Falcon. With some of the, like... The fact that you could light up the engines and pop off the side of the ship, that's awesome. What a hunk of junk. Exactly. This is the perfect hunk of junk. Oh no, I'm breaking it. I'm breaking it. I need to find those clips. I forgot about those. I'll have the hunt now. But this is the perfect hunk of junk. I think it's generic enough. There's an argument to be made that it doesn't have enough greebling on it. But I think it's generic enough that it works for any era. This could be, maybe not prequels. Prequels, it a different color scheme and looked a bit less junky, you know, but for any other era, the original trilogy, the sequel trilogy and beyond, it works. You just have to switch out the dish. Could add that to a rotary plate. You've got the turret on top, no turret on the bottom, but not much in way of detail on the bottom. Just the big brick, which would be hollowed out. Probably not enough to fit landing gear, but you could give that a go. A bit of Technic landing gear maybe to fold out. That would work. It would be very wobbly, but it would work. We can still play with some of the features from the play feature. Let's have one more go. Oh, look, it turns. It turns. Now the engines would light up with the smart brick as it blasts off to hyperdrive. And then you turn it back to switch it off if the smart brick's in there. But I've seen one review of this set. It's the only smart play review I looked into. Not medications, modifications. Made a few medications yourself. Now that makes sense. Think for a smaller Falcon, it's a good size. It's a very healthy size. For a playset Falcon, this is what we want. You've got the hyperdrive, which I might turn into a gunner's seat on the inside there. You've also got the play feature. This is my favorite part about the set. You open it up, front, back, and pop off the gunner's turret. You have an entire interior to the Falcon. Look at that free real estate. And I'm going to be adding, I think we come back on Thursday and we finish off the modifications, get the table, hollow chest table, the chairs, maybe even build a hallway. because we could get one leading to the cockpit and we've just got that much room. Luke over here training with the training droid as well, which we can put right in the middle. Ben watching off to the side. We've got a bed up here, a bed behind the couch. This is amazing. A little bit of, is that dust or is that a little bit of plastic? Oh, there's a scratch on this plate. I wish I knew. The good thing is we can just flip that. We don't have to pull this whole thing apart. That's my favorite play feature in the entire set. The engine turn-in, there you go. That's what would happen on the inside. We've got this bit that's removable. Little space up here for a canister maybe. That would be the perfect place. I know Lego have built it into the side here. That would be the perfect place to get a jumper and some fuel, maybe a little hyperdrive in there. And then it all folds back up, closing everything in. With the set, they had the hollow chest table, keeping up this middle platform. It's not needed. It's really not needed. As long as you put in this middle bit first before you pop out any of the other sides. There we go. You can even sit this forward if you want to fill in the nose. That goes back. This flaps down. This is my favorite Falcon. I've built the Force Awakens one. I have built the Dark Falcon. I have built every other mini Falcon under the sun, Polybag, Advent, and the likes. Haven't built many of the other playset, haven't built the midi scale one, but I'm happy that this came out because I was hoping this would be the midi scale Falcon. Similar to the older midi scale Falcon with an interior. This is the perfect Falcon. This, I mean, it's not minifigure scale. Okay, we could get better with the UCS one. But the fact that it fits as well on Yavin. Ooh, the mandibles don't come out as far as you think at first. It's not as far back as it can go. Oh, it's perfect. It is perfect. It hangs over by about 3 studs. Doesn't hang over the front. The X-Wing does. The X-Wing just. The X-Wing hangs out. Oh, it's like a full stud. The X-Wing hangs out a full stud, and so does this little bit here. That's okay. That Falcon is perfect for Yavin. It's like it was designed for it. Falcon, Y-Wing, X-Wing, Vader's TIE, Yavin Castle, little Rebel Tower. I cannot wait to come back and be modifying this. So that will be... You promised to stay at least 4 feet away. Yes, it won't be caught off on the side. That's the thing as well, because we're always walking past it. The only bit we're going to be knocking is the little rubber bit that seems wrong, wiggling that about. But there's a little play feature for Luke on the inside. I had so much fun building this Falcon. Did I have more fun than Vader's TIE? A little bit, because with the Falcon we made some more modifications and a lot of it was personal preference. We tried to fit in the old cockpit. We did also switch out the circles. I don't think that's a deal changer. At the scale, you can't get as accurate as you'd want to get. So there were a few things we removed. A lot of the modifications for the Falcon, we removed things and we took parts out. We took out the interior so we could make it our own. And it was really easy to do so. Even the part swaps, it was just because there were nicer elements that I think I could use. It's down to personal preference. So I'm going to say this Falcon even tops Vader's Advanced TIE. We swapped out the cockpit. I swapped out the cockpit since you last saw Vader's Advanced TIE. We'll take a closer look at that because that is studded in. But I swapped it out for the cockpit from the gift with purchase for the UCS Death Star. It looks so much nicer. The cockpit to ship ratio is a lot better. And there was a few issues we had with the wings. We had to cover it up. I think the Falcon is my favorite. Then Vader's TIE. Then Luke's X-Wing. And then the A-Wing and Throne Room, because we're still trying to work out if that A-Wing is an illegal building technique or if it actually works. So we'll have to hop on Studio, give that a test. Maybe if we modify the Falcon early on Thursday's stream, we might get to Studio and have a little look if both of them work, because then I'd be able to send that across to Lego and we'd find out once and for all if it is an illegal building technique or if it does work. So we're going to be messing around with the Falcon on Thursday. No stream tomorrow, but thank you to everyone that tuned in today and yesterday for the Millennium Falcon build. Crazy we built that in 2 streams. Awesome build. We're not done yet. We've still got to do the interior. Falcon interior, messing around on studio. We'll see what else we've got time for on Thursday. That is all for today. Hello there, Mark. Thanks for hanging. May the bricks be with you. And I'll see you Thursday. Till then, thank you all, and may the bricks be with you always.